Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Dating Right.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look very pretty.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie.
Don't be doing this.
I want you to pay attention to what this guy does when his woman gets approached by another man.
Is that your brother?
No, that's my boyfriend.
Oh!
I just thought you looked cute. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank
My
you.
bad.
I mean,
You feel me? I can still get your number.
you're not gonna say nothing?
What do you say? It's you.
I mean, so you don't care? Like, he's talking to me, you're not gonna say nothing?
Most guys would jump up, start lashing out. That's my woman. Back the fuck up. But no, why waste your breath? Instead, he does something every man should do. Let her choose.
Correct.
He's asking for my number
You
and
wanna
you're
say?
not saying anything.
I'm waiting for you to say something.
No, you're the man. You're supposed to say something.
I'm supposed to say something right now?
You're the man.
What if I wasn't here?
Honestly, like,
Okay.
you can get my number. Don't worry about him.
Okay, here you go.
What if I wasn't here and he got his answer? She would fold right there on the spot if he wasn't there in the first place. Listen, if she really liked him, she'd run her ass behind her man, letting the other guy know.
Yeah, I thought that was where I was kind of like, why isn't she going straight to him after he grabbed her hand? Like, obviously, because she's for the streets.
She is loyal. She has someone. She isn't going. But the fact that she used this situation as a reason to give him the number and told him, don't worry about her man, only confirmed one thing. She was a damsel in distress waiting to fail this test.
Now that man handled that 100% the right way.
Yeah,
Never get emotional over a woman, especially when it comes to a man approaching her. And he said the right thing by letting her know, what if I wasn't here? Do what you would do if I wasn't here. She's a grown woman. That man ain't gotta defend you. Men are supposed to approach women, right? He would have done it if the guy wasn't there. That man handled that 100% the right way. Don't get emotional and put yourself at risk. Let her handle that like she would have handled it if you wasn't there. This man looked like the rest of today's men out here who have totally checked out of the dating scene. We're not tripping over these women no more.
And wants to get married. He's only getting married truly for one reason. Because let me be honest with you women, the men can work and provide for themselves. He doesn't need your salary like that. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have sex, because he can get sex for multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to.
What does this mean exactly? It's like cooking and he's speaking facts, or what does it mean exactly?
The culture is telling them these women do not get married. So why would a man go past what the culture is telling him and choose to have a wife? Because with a wife, you can now have love, nurturing, support, affection. This is what he can't get from a roommate. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationships with men, this is why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning, you gave him those things. But as you got into the relationship, you got bitter, resentful. You start seeing his flaws, start counting that against him. You start measuring him against other men, and now you're pulling back on the love, the affection.
But I learned younger, like, a woman can just up and dip.
Yep.
So all I can do is be preoccupied with what's gonna help me and further me in life. Because back when I was focused on loving and being a good nigga and being so lovey-dovey, that's when a motherfucker could fuck you over. Now you the man, you too sweet, too nice. That's when a motherfucker be like, yeah, they'll leave you.
A lot of us had to learn it the hard way.
I'm dead serious. They'll leave you. So that's why I'm to the point now where it's just like stay focused on your grind.
And that's today's reality for a lot of men.
My
People
man.
may call that insecure thinking, but it's true. As soon as you start putting that woman in your life on a pedestal and start focusing on her, it's super interesting how dry her vagina will feel regarding you. And at that point, that woman will lose interest and leave you, or eventually start cheating on you. So that's why a lot of men avoid relationships, because they know eventually what the outcome will be.
What has been your biggest financial mistake?
My ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay. In what way?
Vacations and, just dinners. It was a good experience, so lesson learned. I don't think I'd change much.
Lesson learned. So now just pay for less vacations and dinners?
Yeah, stay single.
Stay single.
This might be one of the most realest tweets that I have ever seen. Because I'm gonna be honest, I said this before a long time ago, but now someone said it and it's gone viral. But I truly believe that most men actually don't like going on vacation.
He's not wrong. I literally only took a 3-night vacation and I was stressing, like anxiety, crippling, stressing out over things. Still only took the 3 days or 3 nights out because I didn't think about it like, oh man, I can't leave all of this stress behind just to like let it sit for 2-3 days. But I kind of needed it. But any more than that, I would have gone crazy.
We don't like going on vacation. And I'm going to tell you why. Men, we don't like fun when we feel like stuff is not done.
Correct.
Things got to be complete in order for like real men, though. I'm talking about real men. In order for us to have fun.
It's hard because you just constantly think about the issue that you're leaving behind. That's my issue.
So for the most part, women really, they catch us on at the wrong time.
Listen, just hear me out. The idea of going on a vacation sounds good.
Always
it sounds
does.
Fun. It sounds relaxing. But vacations are not always sunshine and rainbows. The reality of vacations is this. They require a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of energy. And what
effort.
I've actually noticed in my life, women do not mind spending the money and going through the hassle of taking a vacation. Get on the plane and find the spots you want to go on your vacation. But for men, we don't really want to do all that. Now, to be 100% honest, yes, vacations are nice. But as this tweet says, 3 days is plenty.
It is.
After 3 days, I've seen enough. I'm good. I want to go back and make some...
I mean, what did I do? When I went to Korea, that was a 5-day trip. And then I added a China leg, which was 4 days in China. And then 2 days of traveling back and forth, obviously. So, yeah, I didn't stay that long for my vacations.
Some more bread.
Y'all gotta chill. Like, we don't mind spending none of that. It's about, like, if we got plans in our hands and we trying to get something done, get out the way, sweetheart. That's all. So we like vacation. It's just that it gotta make sense.
It does.
Feel me? Like, if I'm going on vacation and the vacation costs like 10 racks, I need 70.
Yeah, that's why my vacation with when we went to La Paz was only like $1,500 for the 3 nights. It was a very cheap, inexpensive vacation. And that's us going out to eat and seeing the sights and, you know, going to swim with the whale sharks and everything too.
Racks my account. You get me?
But most importantly, men mostly trip about vacations because the man know he's gonna be the one flipping the bill and paying all the expenses. Let's say if a man got $20,000 saved up in the bank and his girlfriend want to go on a $5,000 vacation once every 60 to 90 days. After about a year, that's going to affect that man's savings. And especially if he's saving towards a particular thing like a home or starting a business. To sum it all up, it seems like when men get in a relationship, the woman's #1 job is to take all that man's saving away from him. And that's why men avoid relationships long enough where a woman is asking for a vacation. A lot of us are just gonna go ghosts.
And this is why men are not committing. Listen to this.
I'm gonna call like the 3rd guy on my fucking list and then just get his ass to be beat. I'm gonna tell him that I was emotionally abused because that's emotional abuse. Are you really fucking telling me? First of all, I'm using topology, okay? T13. This shit's good. Oh, it feels so good on my fucking skin. Oh my god. As good as it feels when they fucking send money. Okay? A man's value is not attached to his money, obviously, but I'm not here to fucking perform for you. You're the one fucking auditioning, so your job...
Yeah, women really think that we're auditioning. No, girl, we're the prize.
...is to fucking give me what I want, because what you want is to procreate with me at the end of the day. You want my coochie hoochie. You gotta earn my coochie hoochie. Okay? You gotta earn it.
Wants to act all independent and strong, and then you can't even say pussy or vagina correctly. You have to call it a coochie hoochie. Coochie hoochie. Like, this is how I can't even think of the word, mature they are. That was the word I was thinking.
And I'm not giving you access. Why would I give you access? What is this, a fucking, I don't know, club? You think you can just pay fucking $20 cover fee and you get in and you can just walk on any floor? Bitch, no. This isn't even a country club. This is a different type of club, okay? This is an exclusive club. And you don't get to come in here. Bitch, no. No. First of all, we don't accept applications, alright? I will say that we do.
You see how insufferable and annoying she is.
Yep.
And this is what, these are the choices for you, gentlemen. Okay? Observe, gentlemen. Use with the proper head. Okay? Don't use your
proper
downstairs head. Okay?
Not the bottom
this
head.
Modern Western liberal woman,
This
is clown behavior. While her ass sitting there put makeup on. You cannot make this shit up. Okay?
I hope you're okay. This is a little thought for today. I have been traveling from California to Seattle and have had a marvelous time. But you know what? I realized just traveling from Atlanta to California, it's a worldwide problem. But do you guys understand that women, really great women, degreed up women, whatever, got it together, they don't want to get married. Do you guys get that? They are tired of men that aren't healed, tired of men that don't know what they want. They play games. They are inconsistent.
No, they just want the man that they want, and they can't seem to get him.
Consistent about being inconsistent. They are emotionally unavailable. They lie. They're talking to millions of women. They have no idea what they want. And they are not, they want you to give of yourself, but they don't have anything to bring to the table. Bad health, bad knees, teeth falling out, maybe one tooth, maybe no teeth.
Who the hell are you freaking going out with, lady? Telling on yourself.
Knees replacement, hip replacements. As you get older, these are the deals that you gotta, this is what's out here. It's really sad.
Cooked.
I could handle someone that wasn't maybe in the best of health, but what I can't stand is someone that is emotionally unavailable. And then the thing about it is that they want us to have so much, women, and then they don't, they just, it's just so much work. There's so much work. You know, when you look at it like I'm at peace. I have everything I want, materialistic wise. The only thing that's not is just somebody in my bed. But for all the drama that gotta go with it, I'm okay. And I've came to the realization that maybe marriage isn't for everyone. And I believe that sometimes that...
Lady, you do sound like a man. I did just notice that.
Men have actually are the ones that have turned us off to it, ladies. What's your thoughts? I know, and it's crazy because we have a lot of opinions, but nobody's putting the work in. And you know what? I don't want to deal with nobody that don't want to put no work in or have no idea of what a long-term, meaningful, monogamous relationship is really all about.
We know. That's why we're not in relationships with you.
Just Granny's thoughts. Carry on.
I really didn't like how she turned a bit dark and negative, trying to prove a point about why women don't want to get married. She talked about all the flaws that men have or the men she's dating have. So she didn't have to make an excuse about why women are not getting married too. Women are not getting married because the men that they want to marry don't want them or want to marry them.
Correct.
For the women that she's talking about who don't want to get married, I bet if the men that they want to be married to will ask them to marry them, they will be at the courthouse tomorrow. So
Correct.
Ladies, stop with the whole trying to blame men about the reason why women are no longer getting married as well.
Thank you all for sharing your stories, your perspectives, your thoughts on this. I've learned a lot in the past 7 hours, and in fact, I have done nothing but read comments for the last 3, and I actually can't keep up with them anymore. So I wanted to just give a read back on what it is I'm hearing so that you know you're heard. I think this is how green screens work. I'm new to TikTok. I don't know. This is my masterful diagram, and you can go ahead and make fun of me for it because I know you're going to anyway. Nothing particularly surprised me in the responses except for dismissal. This one was really eye-opening, and we'll go from left to right, so bookmark that for a moment. Overall, thank you for providing a very clear answer to my question, and it also left me with another question, a bigger question, which I'll save until the end. But the overarching consensus is that it's not worth it. It's not worth it. There is a low return on investment. The risk to reward profile is not worth it, especially because 50% of marriages end in divorce, and that is particularly unfavorable to men because 50% of assets, the court system skews more toward women, especially when it comes to things like child custody.
Correct. The divorce rate got to be higher than that in 2026. I wish they would do an updated study on it, but I would think it's much more higher than 50%.
Hand in hand.
I don't think it is dating right because people aren't getting married anymore. So I think the people that are truly getting married now are actually staying together nowadays. So they might skew a little bit different.
With divorce was betrayal and heartbreak. And there were a lot of stories of people who had been cheated on, stories of men who their person, their wife, their girlfriend just got up and left. And so this was kind of within the context of a relationship, but then there was also this, which is just the general dynamic between men and women. So men feeling as though women hate men, men feeling rejected by women, and then men feeling dismissed, but specifically like around them trying to voice their opinions or their feelings and women just dismissing it. And what I found really interesting about that is that that's exactly what was happening in some of the comments. I will say very few women actually commented, even though they were watching and liking the video, and I think that's because we're listening. But there were absolutely some strays in the comments invalidating men's experiences and feelings. Within the last hour, more and more people were bringing up things relating to traditional values. And so I think what happened is TikTok started to push this more toward conservative Christian. And so people were talking more about the shift, we'll say, in Western values. I also find it super funny that the first video that kind of did some numbers the other day, it got pushed mostly to women and liberal. And today this got pushed entirely toward men for obvious reasons, but also conservative, like two totally different swaths of people. And I love that. I love that because I think we all need to get along better. And on that note, the undercurrent in all of this is fear. There's other things mixed up in there too, right? But it's interesting to me that fear underpins a lot of this, and it's the same thing.
I mean, fear is just what drives most people to do things. It's not incentives of good things, it's fear of bad things. That's why people do a lot of the things they do.
For women, which tells me that, hey, we're not so different at the end of the day. And while this has answered my question regarding how men feel about marriage, it's given rise to a whole new question, which is, how do we heal the rift? Because I get that marriage is not essential and we can all find happiness and fulfillment and peace in our own company, and that's a wonderful thing. And at the same time, I feel like we're not actually happy with the state of things, especially judging by like the anger and the grief in the comments.
You know, we're not gonna act like the men are not, lonely or upset at their dating situation just like the women are. But I know the single guys feel better than the guys that are married. Imagine all those men who got married years ago and they are not happy in that marriage.
As a photographer who specializes in intimate weddings, courthouse and elopements, engagements, couples photos, anniversaries, that type of stuff, I can see when a man is like checked out. There is no connection there. It's like God has literally given me eyes to see true godly love versus worldly lust or loathe or whatever you want to call it, because it ain't love. But I can see when that man he do not want to be there. He do not like the woman. None of her jokes are funny to him. Nothing that she or the kids do is impressive to him. Like, he just, I can clearly see when these men are unhappy. And then it be like engagement photos. Like, y'all not even married yet, and this man act like this? Sis.
Now, we all can relate to what she's talking about.
Sure.
If you are a man who have been in a relationship long enough with a woman. And all in all, sometimes it's not just the woman, it's the whole photo shoot thing, taking pictures. A lot of men like me in relationships,
I've always hated those things. Like my last relationship, she liked taking those photo shoot type pictures and stuff.
They like taking pictures, and your girlfriend want to take selfies with you. I think men just not really into that as well.
Not really.
I see a lot.
You know, I've dated quite a few women, and they always take pictures and things of food and stuff, and they'll try to take selfies with me and stuff, and I hate it. I've always hated that they did that. Like, I just barely know you. I don't want to take pictures with you. At least that's how I've always felt about pictures. Maybe it's just me, because when I was growing up, my father was super adamant about pictures because he came from a third world country. He didn't have pictures of his father and things like that. So when I was growing up, my dad took pictures of everything. I freaking hated it.
And man, it's just so much that we as women don't see when we so focused on trying to get a man to stay, trying to have a just have a man just to say you got a man, and you already seen the signs, and you think like having a baby gonna make him change. You think getting a ring gonna make him change, marrying him gonna make him change, moving in with him gonna make him change. It's not. It don't work like that at all. A lot of these men be like walking demons in a meat suit. So narcissistic, and you can see it in their eyes, in the photos, like, and I'm like, if we don't focus on loving us first, we miss out on so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much that God want to reveal to us. Like, our discernment have to be sharpened before we get into a relationship. You need discernment to be able to see the enemy. And a lot of us, okay, I'm saying us because I've been in a situation, married my enemy twice, but a lot of us will literally be sleeping with our own enemies because we don't know the difference between good and evil. Like, in the back of my mind,
like, it's sad that they attribute this to good and evil. It's not that people have feelings or whatever it is. No, it's automatically evil. I hate that.
Dang, I hope she wake up and see it. Dang, I hope she see it one day. And I know somebody was probably like that with me. Shoot, it was people in my first marriage. It was people that knew I was being cheated on, but they still smiled in my face. Still pretended to be my friend, even after the divorce. It's people that literally waited to the end of the marriage when I was going through the divorce to tell me stuff that was going on when I was married. But that's another story for another day, child. And as a photographer, like, specializing in these areas, marriage, couples, weddings, and all that stuff, I see it.
And you've never thought to ask why these men were upset? Maybe it's because they have to do photo shoots and they don't like it.
And it's very noticeable, but it's not noticeable to somebody that is in the situation and somebody that is not moving with discernment.
Well, ma'am, thanks for announcing that to the world, but could you just keep that to yourself? Because the woman and that man, they may have their own situation.
Correct.
They good. Even though she knows she has a man who don't like to take a bunch of pictures and do all that, she know that man still loves her and bring other attributes to their relationship.
And that's why he's still
there. So just because you're the photographer, you're sitting there watching a man's body language with his woman thinking, you know, he don't really care about her. Maybe this is just the way he expresses himself when he gets around cameras and someone taking pictures of him. But anyways, that's all I got in this video.
It is funny that women think they're all philosophers. They watch and observe things and then they just put stupid things in and then start creating all these narratives. Yeah, maybe think about men and how men act when they have to do things for women that women enjoy but they don't care for. They still do it, right? That means they love them majority of the time. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and see you guys next time.